Hello, everybody. I'd like to answer two questions that were submitted to me for the Q&A so far. They're very good questions, so they're going to take a little bit of time to answer. But please, if you can think of any more questions that you want an in-depth, first-hand point of view answer to, please, in the comments, write your question and mark it for the Q&A. My first question is from Keegan, who wants to know how hard is it to get a job and a place to stay when you're homeless? Well, I'm going to tell you right now, in the United States, it's very easy to get a job, especially uh, now after the holidays. Even in a traditionally high unemployment state like West Virginia, I've personally turned down, since I've been homeless in late September, I've personally turned down about 8 jobs, but I'm working 2 of them now. It's not very hard at all. A lot of people have problems because they don't have identification, but there are numerous community services which will help you get your birth certificate, and then will actually pay for you to get ID. The home situation, it all depends on numerous things. If you're handicapped, if you have children, uh, if you're collecting any kind of disability. If you are doing any of these things, it's very easy to get into Section 8 or into HUD. However, and I don't mean to say this with any hatred towards women or single mothers or anything like that, or against handicapped people, but if you are healthy, male, uh, it's rather difficult. And this goes over into my next question about my housing plans. Because I'm not on SSI, and this is my own pride and stupidity, I could get SSI. However, the amount of money that they give you on SSI is so small that I would rather not get it and work and make 2 or 3 times more money than what SSI would give me. Now, however, this affects me in the housing area because me not being handicapped, I'm going to have to pay for everything cash up front. Now, the HUD says I'm on the top of the list. Now, this is a little hard to grasp. I'm on the top of the list, but every time HUD housing comes open, somebody is bumped ahead of me because I'm not bureaucratically homeless. I'm temporarily displaced. I'm sure many of you have read my other or saw my other videos about how and why I'm homeless. So I'm not technically homeless. I'm displaced. Kind of like in the same category as a migrant worker. So I'm going to have to pay for everything, my deposit and my rent out of my own pocket. The government will not give me anything. And that's fine. That's fine. I can come up with it. But the biggest problem is I have not rented anything for close to 25 years. And I do not have any rental references from anybody that's still alive. Now, I've applied to 3 places, and I haven't heard back from any of the 3 places. I'm hoping sooner or later somebody will cut me a break or something. Or, if worse comes to worse, I'll have to tighten my belt, and I'll have to spend these last 7 months living in a shelter until I can go home. And then I'll see what happens. I'm kind of leaning towards leaving the United States. there's just too many things wrong here. I hate to be like a rat leaving a sinking ship, but every day I see something that breaks my heart. Every day I see something that takes its toll on me emotionally, and I'm emotionally fragile, and I take all these things to heart. I can't deal with it that much anymore. Every day I see, and these people aren't lying, they're telling the absolute truth. Every day I hear a hard luck story that really affects me. And it's only in America that you can hear these stories. It's not in other countries. So, to answer what my housing plans are, right now, I'd have to say I'm going to keep looking for a place that's finally going to let me in, that's finally going to call my impeccable personal references and then let me in. And if that fails, then I'll do my 7 months on the street. I mean, I'm almost halfway there. And then I'll return home and see what happens after that. Please, let me know all your questions. I'm sure you have a lot. I'm sure there's people out there that have people that are living on the street, or people right now that are for fear that they might be homeless at any time. Just ask me, and I'll tell you truthfully. Have a good day, and I hope you had a happy new year.